allowing short-term stays again. When I tell you guys I was livid, I was livid.
Am I really that much to handle? Breaking these figures down like a camera. You don't really did know you.
Hello, babies. My name is Siren Red. I'm the creatorpreneur. Every week I come to you with business tips and tricks on how to create or how to maintain your creative business. So I usually do every Friday. I do Airbnb tips. I think I might just start doing them every single day. Like I might just go ahead and start giving you guys Airbnb tips every single day. However, I don't know yet. So don't hold me to that. But I was just thinking, like, why not? Why make y'all wait once a week when I can just do it every day? And I got enough content where I can do this. So it might be seeing me more of me. But anywho, today's video is going to be about how to get your listing back once it has been deleted permanently. Now, this subject, this actually happened to me about like 2 weeks ago. Like it happened to me 2 weeks ago, and I was searching up and down for a video on it, and I could not find it. And I always thought it was kind of I thought it was weird that nobody did a video on how to get your listing back if it's permanently deleted. Well, that's actually an issue. So what I did was I ended up Googling it because I couldn't find it on YouTube or TikTok. So I ended up Googling it, and I found it on the YouTube on the Airbnb community page. I'm gonna make a separate video about that. But Airbnb actually has a page where other Airbnb hosts can get on that page and talk about issues that they have and how they solve them issues and stuff like that, having to do with the platform. I don't believe that that people talk about, like, things like issues like they have with their guests or like things they did to improve their listing and stuff like that. More so, if you want to find those things, you can find those things on you can find those things on Facebook. Facebook is a place that you can find those things. But if you just need like general advice about the actual platform itself, that's a good resource to use. But again, I'm gonna make a separate video about that. But today's video is going to be about what to do if you accidentally delete your listing. So let me tell y'all exactly what happened first. So in Philadelphia, there are certain licensing that you need to have in order to do Airbnb. So when I initially moved into this place, I reached out to Expediter, who was supposed to get my license and stuff like that, and it was only supposed to take 30 days, but I was going to be open in 30 days regardless. So it was good. I thought I was going to have everything by time, I opened up anyway, so I was going to be good. But that wasn't the case. Things took a lot longer. In Philadelphia, Philadelphia puts you through a lot of hoops. So if you're trying to do anything, real estate, business, anything like that, they put you through a lot of hoops. So I will say, I believe, it's a side note, I do believe that's why I like doing business in Philly a little bit janky up here, because it's hard to get permits and hard to get licensing, and they take a long time, and they put you through a long exclusive process, and they're constantly changing the laws. So people kind of just try to finesse. You get what I'm saying? They just kind of do what they gotta do. It's a city of hustlers. But that's neither here nor there. Anywho, it took longer than I expected. So by the time I did get my license, I finally got the correct license March 11th, and my Airbnb did shut down because I didn't have the correct licensing put in. But I finally got it March 11th, so a couple weeks ago. And when I tell y'all, like, having your listing come down is like the worst, because that shit takes so long to like pick back up, and like it was like March is really slow because of that. But with that being said, it is what it is. I got March 11th is when I finally got my license. But when I went to go put the license in, the Airbnb is supposed to come back up and start allowing me to do short-term stays again. But it just wasn't working at first. So because I thought it wasn't working at first, I was like, all right, I have to be up on the platform. I need to be booking. I need to be having guests and stuff like that. I'm gonna drink it up. I'm gonna dry. So I was like, I need to be on the app. So I was like, yeah, I just need to be on the app. I need to be on the app. So I just decided to delete all my listings and just start all over again. That shit hurt, but I just felt like that's what I needed to do to make sure that I was getting basically getting getting back on the platform, so I can, pay my bills and stuff like that. That is the worst thing I could have done, because what happened was I have 3 listings. So the first 2 I was able to finish that same day, so I deleted them that same day. But one of them was taking a little bit longer because I was trying to copy paste everything to the new listing and stuff like that. So that way I was trying to copy paste everything to the new listings and stuff like that, so that way I could just just move everything over. But it was just taking longer because it was more stuff on that actual listing. So because it was more stuff on that actual listing, I decided, all right, I'm gonna just finish it tomorrow. But to my surprise, when I woke up, my original listing was allowing, with the new licensing, it was allowing short-term stays again. When I tell you guys I was livid, I was so livid. Livid was not the word, because now I deleted my listings that had great reviews, 5 stars, 4 stars reviews, because I thought they wouldn't work anymore. So I thought I was at a loss. I basically thought it was over. Like, I thought it was over. I was like, am I have to start all over again? So I was at one point I was just driving home, and I don't know what it was, but something told me, just like, try to get your listing back. See if you can get your listing back. See if you can call and get your listing back. So before I called, I started looking on TikTok, because TikTok usually got everything on there. And then I also started looking on I'm so tired. I also Googled it. So when I Googled it, I end up on the somebody had answered the question of, like, what to do when they accidentally delete their listings, or permanently delete their listings, right? Not only this, but permanently delete their listings, right? She had commented. I'm gonna see if I can find the woman, I can't remember her name right now. I think she was like from the UK or something like that. She had accidentally permanently deleted her listings when she was trying to make some sort of update, and she didn't think she was going to ever get them back. So I was looking through what she wrote, and what she said was she actually had the listing link, like the actual link, because you know how every listing, like when you're sharing your listing or sharing another listing, because you're like, planning a trip with your friends or something like that, there's a link that you send people or whatever to your listing. And as long as you have, and that's the link that she was saying. So she was saying that she was able to find her original links, because I guess she had sent them to a message to somebody, whatever she did, right? And that way she was able to call Airbnb, and they was able to bring her permanently deleted listing back from using her old links. So I'm gonna show y'all what I mean on the side right here about permanent links. But that's what I did. I ended up, because I had a guest with one of my very first guests, my first month opening, Jake. Shout out to Jake. Jake was like, he told me that he really liked the listen that he was in. He was in the Love Jungle, and he was like, hey, do you know if do you have any other listings like this? I really like this. So I want to see what else you have to offer. So I had sent him the links to my other 2 units, because he wanted to see everything that we had to offer. So because of that, I was able to call customer service to get my links on. Now here's the kicker though. I called the regular ambassador. So when you first call, you're going to get, like, we're going to just keep it a buck. You're going to get like the I guess, I don't know if it's appropriate to say Indian, or wherever Airbnb outsources their customer service team at, and they're good customer service. So I'm saying that just so you know who you're going to be talking to and why this is going to be important. So the regular customer service people, whoever they outsource their customer service to, that's who you're going to get at first, and they're not going to be able to do it. Like I told this man up and down, I swore up and down to this man, I'm like, yo, this is literally on the Airbnb community page, and multiple people are saying that they was able to do this as well, because I kept digging to make sure, right? So I know you can do it. And he was like, I can't do it. You just gotta make another. I said, okay, that's fine. Can you please connect me to a supervisor, or have a supervisor, somebody here reach out to me, right? So that's what he did. He ended up connecting me to a supervisor, and a supervisor called me the next day, and he was able to bring my listings back with those listings. So don't get discouraged if you call the regular customer service first and they don't really know what you're talking about, because they really don't know what you're talking about. To be fair, all they can really do is go by the book and go by the policies that are in front of them. They can't make no real calls. Does that make sense? So that's why you have to ask to speak to a higher up or a supervisor, and those people are usually the ones that can, usually the ones that can make sure stuff get done for you. So So yeah. So I went and I woke up the next day. He was calling me. And he got my listing back up, and all I had to do was provide him the old links, and I was able to get my listing back up. So if you ever delete your listing by accident, I want you, hopefully it never happens, but if it does, now this video is on YouTube and now people can search it, and hopefully it helps somebody else like it helped me. But like, I'm just really surprised that it's like nobody wrote this on YouTube. Like, that really like blows my mind, because this is like something that could happen and it just wasn't on YouTube, but now it is. So with that being said, my name is Siren Red. I'm the creatorpreneur. Every week I bring you business tips and tricks on how to create or how to maintain your creative business, and that is my video for this week. Bye.